Okay, now see here, last class we were discussing about the lightning. Okay, so we were discussing about this. Okay, so yeah, we were discussing about the lightning last class. Okay, so we have seen briefly how the lightning occurs. Okay, now today's class we will extend that topic to a little bit more. Okay, so see here we'll see what is the wave shape of voltage. Okay, what is the wave shape of the voltage due to lightning? Okay, so we have seen this thing that there will be a huge discharge. Because of that, the voltage, see the voltage, how it changes. We see now. So this is the voltage, this is the time. Okay, so you will get the graph something like this. Okay, this is the graph. Whereas this is the peak value. This is the peak value of the voltage. You can write Vp, peak value, and this point is 0.5 Vp. That is 50% of the peak value. Now this time you call this time as T1, whereas this time you call it as T2. So the graph will be something like this. The voltage V is equal to V into e power minus At minus e power minus Bt. Okay, where here V is the peak value or Vp peak value. Okay, so this is the shape of the voltage during lightning. Okay, so this is the equation. I hope the derivation of the equation is not necessary to you right now. Okay, so this is the equation you will get. So this equation, when you draw the graph, it will be like this. Okay, it will be like this. So this is the now what about A and B? A and B are constants. A and B are constants. They are constants which determine the shape. Okay, A and B are the constants which determine the shape. Okay, and Vp is the peak value. Okay, and we have some more unknowns are there. Yeah, what is T1 here? How can I define T1? I can define T1 as time taken to reach peak value. We can define T1 like this. It is the time taken to reach the peak value. Okay, so generally it is in Generally it is in microseconds. So see, a value I will tell now. General value, it may not be same always, but I will tell you general value. What is its value? Is some it is around 1 microsecond. Okay, it is around 1 microsecond. Whereas what is T2 here is that T2 is the time taken to reach 50 percentage of peak value. You see here, it is VP, this point is VP, whereas this point is 50 percentage of the VP. So now you see there is a difference here. Okay. So now this time you call it as T1, whereas this time you call it as T2. So this value is approximately 50 microsecond. This value is approximately 50 microseconds. So this is the voltage. This is the shape of the voltage waveform. Okay, during the lightning, and this is the equation that govern this waveform, that govern this shape, wave shape. Okay, and the general values of T1, T2 are 1 microsecond and 50 microsecond. Okay, so then we will see now the effect of this lightning on the transmission lines. We just see that effect here. What is its effect on transmission lines, that we will see now. And just so this is a transmission tower. Okay. So in between this, I hope you know that how the transmission lines are connected. Okay. This is the transmission line. Okay, this is the transmission line. So we'll see the effect of this lightning. This is the ground. Now you see somewhere you have the cloud here. Then lightning. Okay, so these are the, you can say, transmission lines. These are transmission lines, and these are the towers, transmission towers. So when lightning occurs here, say for example it occurred here, just take an assumption that it has occurred at this point. It has occurred at this point. Okay. Okay. So it's a direct stroke. This is cloud. Okay. So now what will happen if this is the case? Then what do you expect now? You will expect that at this point the large value of current will divide like this, because this current will enter here at this point. You are sending current at this point. So when you send some current at this point, you have only two ways, left side and right side. So some current will flow through the left side, some current will flow to the right side. Say for example, just for example, I will say if this current is I, if this current is I, then this current I will get divided here. Now how much it divided, it depends upon the impedance this side and this side. Say for example, the impedance of this side is Z0 and the impedance of this side is also Z0. Most of the cases this is true. Why most of the cases this is true is that okay, so we are taking a point, it is approximately in the middle of the transmission line. So obviously we can consider like this. Then in that case, if the impedance are same, then the division is equal division will be there, I by 2, I by 2. Okay, this is the division. Okay, so then we'll see here, I can represent this as a equivalent circuit like this. Okay, the same, the whichever I said here, that the cloud is there, from the cloud there is a lightning strike is at this point, then this will get divided into two parts, and I'm saying that both the parts are equal because both the impedance are Z0 and Z0 only. Okay, so let me take the circuit here. So here the Z0 is the impedances on the left side and right side. Okay, now obviously it is grounded generally. Okay, so now what you are doing here is that there is a lightning strike at this point, and it is carrying how much current? I amount of current is carrying here, so it will get divided into two parts, I by 2 and I by 2. Okay, I by 2 and I by 2. Then what do you find out here is that so whenever Okay, so now you see yourself what is the voltage here, you will find out now. What is the voltage here? It is I by 2 and it is Z naught. So let me take this voltage as V, for example. Then what is V? How can I write V? V, I can write it as I by 2 into Z naught. Yes, this I can write. No problem with this. This I can write. Okay. And what is the shape of this voltage waveform? The shape of this voltage waveform is simple. The one which I have drawn just now. Yeah, this is the shape of the voltage waveform. Okay. We will find out like this. Okay. This is the voltage waveform you will see here. But one thing you must understand that see here, one very important thing is that actually see before the lightning strike, what is the direction of the current? Let me take this is the direction of the current, because what is the purpose of this transmission line? The purpose of the transmission line is that to allow this current through the lines. So assume that this is the direction of the current which is flowing through the lines. So it means before this lightning, this is the direction of the current, whereas this is in the same direction. Okay, whereas here the lightning current, that is I by 2, here flows in the opposite direction of the actual current in the transmission line, whereas this other I by 2 is flowing in the same direction of the actual current in the transmission line. This we have seen. This we have seen very well. Okay, now what you need to understand here is that once you got this, that the current is in this direction. So what is the, so here you have some voltage, here also you have some other voltage. Okay, because this I by 2 is there here. So this is you take V1, you take it as V2. Okay. Now you see the current in this part is in the same direction, whereas the current in this part is the opposite. So the red color you see it is moving in the backward direction, whereas it is moving in the front direction. Okay, so here it is moving in the same direction. So the current is moving in the front direction. You can call it as front direction. Whereas this current is moving in the, okay, this current which is a red color, that is it is moving in the back direction, backwards. Okay, so the front direction, the voltage wave shape is this one. This is V1. Okay. Now what is V2 is that, how do you draw V2 is that, as it is moving in the reverse direction, okay, it will be something like this. The shape here is, see, the shape is opposite. So front direction, the shape is like this. Okay. Whereas the backward you will find out the direction something else. Just it's a mirror image. Something like this. Okay. So this is for backward side, V2. Whereas this is for V1. That is the difference you will find out. Okay. And then you see in this path, okay, you recall now, in this path, what do you find out in this entire path? In this entire path, you may find out some resistance. You call it as footing resistance, or you may have some inductance also there. Okay, you may have some inductance also there. Okay, so some kind of inductance, say inductances or the inductances of the system will be there. Okay, then you can call it as this R and L are properties of the tower. I will say tower means tower resistance, tower inductance. So R is tower resistance, whereas L is tower inductance. Okay. It is tower inductance. Okay, so it is tower inductance. So then what is the, for example, what is the voltage across them? If that is the case, what is the voltage across them? Okay. What is the voltage across them? If it is R, you know very well the voltage VR is equal to I into R. So this is the current flowing into the tower resistance. Whereas what is the VL here? It is L di by dt. Whereas I is the current flowing into the tower inductance. Okay. So these are the basic things. Okay. So now we need to think of this insulation of the system. Why we need to think of the insulation of the system is that because this may damage the tower, or this may damage the, yes, this may damage the tower. So definitely you have to, when you design the towers, you must keep these points in your mind that okay, whenever lightning occurs, then what is the amount of okay, what is the amount of the voltage it will create. Okay, so how do you find out the voltage here is that there is a formula that is voltage is equal to electric field into distance. Distance I will measure as H. I will tell you what is V, what is H. Okay. So V is the surge voltage. V is the surge voltage. V is the surge voltage. E is the electric field. Electric field near the ground. Near the ground. And what is H is here is that H is this, you can take it as H. This is the conductor is there, so this height we can say H is height of conductor above ground. Okay, H is height of conductor above ground. So based upon these equations and these waveforms, we can analyze how much voltage surge will be there on the footing on the towers. Okay, how much resistance or how much voltage may be induced on the towers. Okay, so